Hello everyone, I'm TRT Man and welcome to the channel.
Wolverine style.
Alright, so last video I had talked about I was having issues getting into the endocrinologist that I was referred out to by my urologist. They weren't going to be able to see me until I think it was like the end of March or something like that, or sometime this month in April. But they were able to get me in. They put me on the cancellation list, so if somebody called out, they were able to get me in sooner. And I was able to get in sometime in February. I can't remember the exact date, but basically they sent out for labs, wanted to test everything, and sure enough, at this point when they tested the labs, or did the labs, I was at about 2 weeks off of HCG, just kind of taking a break from it so that I could get some good clean lab results, because I figured the endocrinologist would want a full panel done, and he did. So we tested it. He said it still would skew my numbers for my luteinizing hormone. Being on the HCG, it could last up to a few months before it's cleared up, but we went ahead and did it. And so, like I said, I was off of HCG for 2 weeks, and I went to the labs, and it showed my LH was low, or pretty low. So I guess if it was low after only being off for 2 weeks, that means I probably wasn't taking enough for my weight size, whatever. And it definitely made my estrogen go up. But my estrogen, they didn't test my estrogen. That was kind of weird. I would thought they tested everything they could test for, but he didn't test my estrogen. But anyways, my FSH was extremely high. So, I mean, I think that's just mainly due to me having a vasectomy a couple years ago, and that number will stay high apparently once you get a vasectomy, because your body's trying to make more sperm and all that stuff, but that factory's been shut down. So anyways, but all the other numbers, they were pretty consistent with low T. Even my testosterone had dipped down off of being off the HCG for a couple weeks. It dropped back down to under 300 again. Actually, I think it was about 260, 270. But yeah, my bioavailable, total T, all that kind of stuff, everything was low. So, and coming to the root cause, like I said before, was trying to find out what the root cause is. And I talked to the doc, and he thinks, depending on the lab results, he thought there might be some issues with testicular function, but that is not the case. So yeah, the endocrinologist didn't have a straightforward answer on what could be causing the T, and even after the lab results, we still don't know, after I did my follow-up with him and everything. So I'm going to just say it's probably from the sarcoidosis, because that's known to cause low testosterone in men. So we'll just stick with that. But anyways, got back on testosterone. Been on it now for about five weeks or so. And this is the way I'm doing it now, is I got about every 2.5 days. So some days I do injections on mornings, and some I do at night. But every 2.5 days I do 50 milligrams of testosterone and 500 IUs of HCG. And the reason I'm doing still continuing the HCG with it is because of did some thorough research, looked at some medical journals, and saw that if you do a minimum every 2-day injection of 500 or more IUs of HCG, it's supposed to help you stabilize all the other areas that testosterone doesn't help with low testosterone symptoms. So if that makes sense, it was the difference of you just being on just testosterone, you feel good, you being on testosterone and HCG, you feel great. So I've noticed a big difference, and actually I started out doing every 3 days injections, or no, every other injection I would do HCG, and not every time I did my testosterone injection. So I ended up basically going like a 5-day lapse in between HCG injections, and I noticed a big difference. I did that for a couple weeks, and I was like, man, I'm not feeling right. Let me try to, and I was doing 700 twice, about 700 IUs twice a week at that point. So I changed it to 500 IUs every 2.5 days, and that made a big difference. I felt a lot better. I don't feel like my estrogen's going up. I've been eating good, well, mostly. Sometimes I get some sweet cravings at night, sweet and salty cravings, but don't we all? But anyway, I've been trying to keep that under control and not go too crazy. I haven't been eating enough vegetables and stuff lately, and I don't eat that often because I fast a lot. So just got to be a little more strategic with that. But for the most part, my estrogen and everything feels like it's under control. I haven't got any labs done since I've been on the testosterone again. But I have a follow-up and labs to do here in the next couple months, I think in August, with the endocrinologist. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, overall, everything's going good. I think my beard might be getting a little thicker. That was one of the issues I was having with being off testosterone for over a year. So my beard started to thin real bad, especially towards the bottom. Had to trim it a few times to get it to look not like I was homeless. But the top, I think my hair has pretty much stayed the same. I'm not sure if that's ever going to come back, but I noticed that rapidly started declining a couple months after getting off testosterone last year. So, but yeah, for the most part, everything's going good. I'm seeing better gains in the gym. I'm going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week versus barely dragging my butt there 3 days a week. And just a lot of things going better. So I'll keep you guys updated, and if you guys have any questions or anything you need help with, or if you want to pray, or if you want to come to know the Lord and you don't know how to do that, let me know and I'll help you out. All right, guys, y'all stay blessed and take care. Talk to you next time.